A day after the nominations, my thoughts, and I can tell you exactly what's really going on. See, because a lot of people don't think you ever going to put it together. Nintendo has another Mario, and Game Pass dropped Tuesday. These topics is going to be crazy. Let's get into these topics. Everybody knows what my favorite day of the week is, and that's Tuesday. Why? Because Game Pass drop Tuesdays is so much fun. You get a chance to go and see what's new inside Game Pass and what you really want to play, right? So, being that we're gamers and Game Pass facilitates us games like on a level that is kind of crazy. And only way you was able to get this access to games were back in the days where you were getting ROMs and stuff, and CD piracy was on its crazy high. What Microsoft decided to do was make sure that they can eliminate the fact that you may say or be enticed by piracy, right? And they put you in a position where first-party titles, some third-party titles launch day and date inside the system in Game Pass, and then you also have indie titles that you get a chance to launch inside Game Pass, and then reoccurring games like drop inside Game Pass and stuff. So this week was a Coral Island pops up and Spirit Tea. Now from last week it was Wild Hearts, the man who erased his name. That's Yakuza Like a Dragon, Gaiden, and then Dungeons 4. So all of these games is completely different in the way that you get a chance to approach them. My personal pick from it is Wild Hearts because I was interested in Wild Hearts when EA dropped it, but I wasn't interested in enough to invest in it, right? I wanted to play the game first, and I think they had like a demo up or beta or something like that up, and I had missed that time to get a chance to play it. So when I was talking to a friend of mine and I was asking him what was it really about, he was like, it's a Monster Hunter type of thing, but it has a different twist and you might like it. So that's the one I'm going to give my time to. Spirit Tea, I'm gonna check it out. It looks kind of different. And Coral Island, I'm just gonna probably watch the trailer, see if it's something that I want to get into. Maybe it's something that I download on my ROG while I'm on the go. I got to do a lot of traveling soon, so getting ready for that. But Dungeons 4, my son was talking about it. Gonna check it out. So this is Game Pass drop Tuesday, where there's always something for everybody. It's like, what did this dude say? Life is like a box of chocolates, right? So, okay, so yeah, you never know what you're gonna find, and it might be your new favorite game, or it might be a game that you saw leave, pop back up, and now you have that opportunity to play that game again. So let me know out of those if y'all interested in any of those, or if it's some drops that's coming this month that you're actually looking out for. But Game Pass drop Tuesday. You know how I do. Bring that flavor straight back to you. Pause. The next bit of news is brought to you by, comicbook.com and Tyler Fisher. All right. And Zippo. He's the Nintendo leaker, the insider. And the whole article was talking about how the new Mario Kart, Nintendo is sparing no expense on the graphical fidelity of the game, and is probably what he said is the most expensive game that Nintendo has put money into. So I guess the next Mario Kart is supposed to blow the doors off of all Mario Karts, because what they did, I think what the last one, Mario Kart 8, they was dropping tracks, they was doing all type of things. I think Nintendo's gonna dive into games of service. I think Mario Kart will be a game of service. I think Mario Kart would be the reoccurring dollars, and I think this is they're going to take a major IP and dip their toe into this. But during this whole him leaking the information on Mario Kart, we have even more stunning news for the Switch 2, that they're developing a new 3D Mario. I mean, it's not a shock to everybody, but the fact that a leak is actually talking about seeing this product said is even more graphically amazing than the Mario Kart, which is supposed to be mind-blowing. He said the fidelity is ridiculous. It's off the charts. And I don't know about you. Yeah, I got a ROG. I might buy the PlayStation Portal, but that's just for my son for his streaming, and hopeful that Sony gets something together with that machine. I don't know, but that Switch 2 though, the Switch 2 though, a supremely dedicated gaming device handheld is exactly what I want. Not saying that there's anything wrong with the ROG. The ROG is fantastic, but again, just plug and play. No updates, none of that stuff, none of that crazy stuff. Just plug it and play. So, yo, great information. Here's looking to you guys, because, yo, I'm thinking about March. I don't know, for some reason, I think that Switch will probably hit in March, I hope. Right, so, to get your tax dollars, all right? All right. So, now we get down to the main event. It's the day after the Game Awards, and, nominations have been presented. Now, a lot of you guys thought I was mad at Sony. Why am I mad at Sony? This is deeper. This is deeper. This is a deeper situation. First and foremost, let me say this. I do not like award shows. I do not watch BET Awards. I do not watch the Oscars. I do not watch the Emmys. I don't watch any award shows. The only reason why I watch these award shows, the video game award shows, this award show, is because of Iron Lord's podcast. And we do a Crown Your Lord, and we have fun. The guys have fun. All right, we pick our who we think is going to win, and it's just a ton of fun. It was something that we never did. I think Addict came up with it, and we fleshed it out. And we decided to do it, and it's been really fun every year. So shout out to Sovereign, because he's like Booker T, 5-time world champion, something crazy. But that's what we do. So the nominations come up, and this year I was kind of I got confirmation bias. You understand? Like, don't disrespect Microsoft, is what was my take on it, in the sense that a lot of their games don't get nominated, a lot of their games aren't up there, and a lot of their games are deserving of the nomination. The nomination is a tip your hat of respect. But let's go back to exactly why this thing is what it is, and I can explain it to everybody. Any good detective is going to tell you, he who benefits the most from a demise of a situation is likely the catalyst in said demise. And who's the one that is unalived? Well, that's E3. Let me take you back for a little bit, where if you look at one of my videos up there right now, before Phil was Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, he was Phil Spencer. And I didn't know exactly what he was going to be. I said I'll have to have conversations with him to find out. And one of the videos is up on this page, and y'all can go check it out. Where I first, met him. You don't see the conversation. You see the integrity of the guy first. And then later on it goes into that. But okay, to get back to the point of the matter is, now, at that period of time, E3 was going on, Microsoft was being there, they're doing bigger shows. Nintendo would do remote shows, and then Sony would do their shows. That was when I saw Fluke Guy and all this other stuff, and it was a real good thing, right? But Microsoft was really opening it up to the public, so people can get more eyes on them. So Microsoft will have a lot of people from FanFest. Okay, the following year, E3 started being open to the public, Sony pulls out. Sony pulls out. Jeff is doing his thing, not knowing that we don't know that Sony's starting to be a big backer with Jeff Keighley. He's starting to be a big backer, allegedly, right? Now, Nintendo is still there doing Treehouse during E3 week. Microsoft is on site, boots to the ground. More people are coming in. More people are coming to E3. It's turning into a giant event. More people are seeing Microsoft products, Microsoft games, and they're having hands-on. There's some Sony products there, more Microsoft presence, more Microsoft thumbs up. Again, next year. Then we have the alleged leak of all the elite reporters, journalists, addresses, names of such. How did this thing get leaked from this place, right? Now remember, E3 was closed to the public before, so the only people there was journalists. Journalists have a level of entitlement that they feel they're entitled to do this, they're entitled to do that, and we should get the perks. I can attest to the fact that when it was just for journalists, the amount of free stuff that you got, I had to get another suitcase one year when I was coming back home. That's how much free stuff I got. The year that it opened up to the public, null and void. And every year after that, you got less and less. And the journalists had to take a back seat. Now, enter the Game Awards, where the journalists and the elitists are gatekeepers. If you notice, if you go ask any of those 120 guys that nominated, guys and women, you know what I'm talking about when I say us is us. Ask them what their earliest gaming memory is. It's either going to be a Nintendo or PlayStation. Guarantee you. Jeff understands the politics in the games that he can play. Summer Game Fest erodes the groundwork under E3. E3 is null and void. Now, Summer Game Fest is there. Now you have the Game Awards, where the elitists show that they're here, they're back in their position. Go see everything for what it is, and not for what you want it to be. So when everybody thought I was upset at Sony, not really. I mean, you back somebody that you knew that politically, when it comes to a situation, they were going to try to save you. Microsoft had more eyes to the public, more hands-on, more green team. That's why E3 had to go. It became more dominated by Microsoft than any other developer that was there, any other publisher. Microsoft was front and center, and that had to stop. So when the nominations come out, you don't see a Microsoft game there. That's every journalist doing this. All right. So, you know, we're going to do Crown Your Lord this week. Iron Lords podcast. Tune in Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. But to play that Xbox Frontline News, stay here with the King. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. I am truly humbled and truly blessed. Thank you guys so much. And remember, try to play the Game Pass.